Throughout the history of mankind, the divine messages are often shrouded in mystery. Prophets, messiahs, or whichever names you call them, are often persecuted and oppressed, their words obscured. But how do we distinguish the true from the false? To do so, one can only rely on the divine's guidance, and the truth will reveal itself to those who earnestly seek it. A true representative of God should glorify the words of truth and guide humanity towards the path of Christ. Yet, as Saint Francis has warned, there are those who conceal their true intentions beneath the guise of holiness. One figure in particular continues to deceive and sow chaos by endorsing unholy behaviors and attitudes that directly go against the teachings of God. As foretold in the prophecies of Saint Francis, such a person will defile the words of God and lead the faithful astray. In today's show, we will uncover the identity of this Antichrist figure and learn of the cautionary messages embedded within Saint Francis's insightful prophecies.
La santità della vita, da quelli che la professano, sarà posta in derisione, per lo che il Signore manderà loro un degno, non pastore, ma sterminatore.
The one whom we refer to as P. Francis acts more like a political figure when it comes to matters of the world. Instead of abiding by God's teachings, he allies himself with those who oppose God's laws and actively lobby against the virtues outlined in the Holy Scriptures. As we discovered in our previous episode, P. Francis supports abortion and abortion proponents in various ways. He has also refused to directly criticize Russia for the country's savage, unprovoked war on Ukraine or Ukraine. Even as babies, children, women, and men die torturous deaths and are victims of weaponized rape and technologically advanced weapons at the hands of Russian soldiers and recruited mercenaries, even criminals from prisons.
Quick news break coming in. Pope Francis has slammed the NATO over the Russian-Ukraine war. The Pope has said NATO barked at Russia and paved the way for the conflict, holding NATO responsible of what is going on in Eastern Europe.
As the world watches on in horror, and retired soldiers and civilians from other countries have gone to Ukraine or Ukraine to volunteer their defense services, it is resoundingly clear that Putin is the instigator of this war and its war crimes.
So there's no need to talk about this P anymore. You can tell that he's evil himself because he's trying to defend evil.
Yes, Master. Right.
And even if he's not evil, just say you doubt whether or not he's evil, then why does he defend Russia?
Yes.
Many oligarchs.
Yes.
Rich country.
Right.
Yeah.
So money talks.
Yes, Master.
Right.
Even if it was provoked, it's not to the extent that you go and kill all the civilians or their citizens, the innocent, the defenseless.
Yes,
Master.
right.
This is beyond coward. This is beyond evil.
Furthermore, he endorses, promotes, and allows pro-abortion advocates and politicians to attend church services and has appointed sexual abusers within the Catholic Church. He has referred to pedophile and sexually abusive priests as children of God and stated, the abuser must be condemned indeed, but as a brother. Instead of taking action to defrock pedophile priests, protecting congregations and nuns from them, or even turning them over to the police. By failing to protect nuns from sexually deviant clergy, this has resulted in nuns having forced abortions and in the #NunsToo movement. By protecting rapists within the clergy that have resulted in forced abortions, P. Francis clearly fits the caution of Saint Francis. Sanctity of life will be held in derision even by those who outwardly profess it. The scandalous P. Francis has gone so far as to criticize and condemn U.S. President His Excellency Donald Trump, who upholds Christian values and is a pro-life advocator.
Now, the United States Supreme Court has overturned the historic Roe v. Wade ruling. Abortion could now become illegal in at least 22 U.S. states.
To defend the dignity of every person, I am asking Congress to pass legislation to prohibit the late-term abortion of children who can feel pain in the mother's womb.
President Donald Trump stands up for unborn babies during a wide-ranging speech at the United Nations. He rejects the push for taxpayer-funded abortions.
Americans will also never tire of defending innocent life. Global bureaucrats have absolutely no business attacking the sovereignty of nations that wish to protect innocent life.
President Trump was the first and only sitting president to ever attend an anti-abortion rally. Furthermore, Mr. Trump is committed to peace. He is recognized as being the first president since Jimmy Carter to not enter the USA into a new war, and he brokered peace deals between countries such as Israel and the Kingdom of Morocco.
Great nations do not fight endless wars.
He brought peace to the Middle East. We had the news this week, James, of another peace deal. The fourth or fifth, is it, between Israel now with Morocco has signed a peace deal with Israel. This is extraordinary stuff. Many of us thought we would never see this in our lifetime. Arab state after Arab state.
Mr. Trump has publicly condemned the Russian invasion.
They have to stop it, and they have to stop it now. But they don't respect the United States, and the United States they're not doing anything about it. This is a Holocaust. This is a horrible thing that's happening.
Not only is P. Francis destroying our fellow human lives, he is also partaking in destroying the innocent animal people's lives, in stark comparison to Saint Francis of Assisi, who always cared for the meek animal folk and reverently kept a vegetarian diet.
2 días antes de entrar al cónclave del que saldría elegido papa, el cardenal Bergoglio comió en la casa del cardenal Javier Lozano Barragán, un viejo amigo muy cercano desde hace 30 años. Siempre comía con él cuando estaba de paso por Roma.
En esta silla estaba sentado y yo les pregunté que cómo les gustaría la carne. Entonces me queda viendo y me dice, ¿qué muja? Yo me le quedé viendo extrañado, ¿qué muja? Dice, sí, cruda. Yo me imaginé que muja, pues me imaginé otra cosa, no como pues así, crudo totalmente. Y ya le fui, se la traje y pues le gustó bastante.
Un giorno a casa, a tavola, mi è stato domandato, ma cosa ti piacerebbe diventare da grande? Sapete cosa ho detto? Macellaio. Perché? Perché il macellaio che era nel mercato, c'erano 3-4 posti di carne, prendeva il coltello e faceva i pezzi, è un'arte. E questo mi piaceva vederlo, guardarlo. Io pensavo diventare un macellaio, mi piacerebbe.
Masquerading under the cloak of a pope, P. Francis tarnishes the teachings of Christ, committing heresy and sacrilege. As pointed out by many, he is in fact the Antichrist. This can be seen in the various comments he makes. For example,
c'è chi ritiene di poter avere un rapporto personale, diretto, immediato con Gesù Cristo, al di fuori della comunione e della meditazione della Chiesa. Sono tentazioni pericolose, sono tentazioni dannose.
He is made to be the top priest of the Catholic system's belief, and then he did everything opposite and trying to destroy the teaching of Jesus, slandering the Lord Jesus and telling people even not to believe in God.
We need to remember that we are followers of Jesus Christ, and his life, humanly speaking, ended in failure, the failure of the cross.
Que anuncian que por las venas de Jesús corre sangre pagana. Sangre pagana.
etc. Thus, P. Francis consistently shows contempt for Jesus Christ, and we can see that his actions are to subvert followers from morality and Christ.
Don't be vegan. They won't thank you, your children. They'll just burn in the inferno of the new normal weather.
We saw the earth burn in Australia. If this crisis remains unchecked, who knows? The whole world might be next.
如果我们不加以控制这个问题的话，上海在未来几十年会被淹没的。
You have the power to help. Children like me have a future.
The hopes of 1 billion children are in your hands.
Please try your best to save the earth. Don't disappoint us.
There are 211 countries and regions which have animal people protection laws. Ukraine or Urain is one of them. Ukraine or Urain, law number 3447. 4 on the protection of animals from cruelty. Cruelty to animal people is viewed as incompatible with the requirements of morality and compassion, and as causing moral harm to humankind. The law ensures that the necessary conditions for animal persons are met for them to be kept and treated, and stipulates that teaching compassionate attitudes towards animal individuals is an important component in the education of citizens. Anyone subject to violations of the law will bear criminal, administrative, and civil penalties. Obey the law of your country. No more animal people slaughterhouses. No more hurting, no more murdering them to eat, to lab test, or for any reason at all. Be vegan, make peace. So be it.
But trust me, animals don't make protein. The protein comes from the plants that the animals eat. So, if you eat a well-balanced, wide variety of legumes and grains and fruits and vegetables, you're not going to have to worry about, am I getting enough protein? Dr. Annabelle Broadbent, PhD. Vegan.
Thank you, gracious viewers, for your company today. Please tune